The players on court, and here are their starting sevens. The South Africa side wearing black armbands in remembrance of their team manager's mother who died, and also Celia Wane, the president, her mother died yesterday. Seeing the changes then on court for them.
Let's introduce you then to our on-court umpires.
As for England, they stuck with arguably their best starting seven after that win over Trinidad and Tobago. Dunn and Haythornthwaite head to the bench.
His birthday girl, Aisling Trailing from London.
The ball then carried on to the centre of this arena. Serena Guthrie, the captain, with ball in hand, and that first centre pass for England. The Liverpool arena with the countdown, and now it's about those 7 players for England on court, up against the might of South Africa. Already in the unfamiliar position of a semi-final for the first time for them. But hear the noise, Pamela Cookie, as England off the mark.
Yeah, indeed, and we're going to hear that, I think, throughout the game as England put those goals through the net. But it's going to be a challenge. South Africa have shown throughout this competition their ability and their strength.
Contact goalkeeper. Yes, with the goalkeeper.
Lightning quick, lightning force inside that circle for South Africa, and deadly when they get in there.
Yeah, and especially with this lady, Pogita, she has been on fire. Her quick shooting technique, construction, gets the best of many a defender.
Van der Merwe, who will hustle in that mid-court. Chelsea Pittman, who won the gold with Australia, says her proudest moment, though, is coming out on court with these roses.
Sorry. Construction. South Africa centre.
So this one all about who plays who in the semi-final. Bongi and Somi combining there. Holzhausen to come out for the ball. And they are as deadly as any attacking force in this competition.
Yeah, indeed, and teetering on that 3 seconds there was Graysoul, but Pogita just popping at the right time. Lovely skill there from Guthrie on the run.
Construction. Goalkeeper.
It's about the timing of the flies from Guthrie, the intercepts to drive her team forward. Jo Harten likes the starring moment too.
She does. She is a big game player, and this is a big game.
Defensive work then being put in by England, but South Africa used to being patient. They have the better of England at the Quad Series earlier this year, and Chiva Mentor, body on body, hands in, but still South Africa with the ball.
Yeah, some people say South Africa. Mistake there, this South African team being England's bogey team. As you say, beating them in the Quad Series, beat them the time before.
We sometimes question whether the players can keep this energy up for 60 minutes. Don't know whether the crowd can inside the arena.
Contact with defence.
Guthrie lands it, looks for an option. There stands Helen Housby.
Goalkeeper, contact.
She gets her second one on the board. 2 from 2.
Advantage obstruction, wing defence.
Pittman goes back to Osoro Brown, again being held up well by Van der Merwe in that defensive end of South Africa.
A lot of contact being called around the edge of the circle and in the circle, which is giving England the opportunity to set themselves up and play those penalties. Great work there on the baseline from Housby.
And again, uncharacteristic from South Africa in that circle. Great splits though. First time doesn't work, second time comes off.
Yeah, she's not going to miss that second time, but that is the pressure that our England defensive end are putting on her.
Contact goal defence.
Housby was shepherded off court.
No, it was the arm on the way out.
Pretorius just asking what the call was for. And angry take from Housby. She'll be frustrated that didn't sink first time.
Exactly, yeah, and good from her there to go in strong for that rebound so that she got that extra next opportunity. Norma ran pretty much all her players yesterday for the full game. Just Musomi and Grease not playing all 60 minutes after their rest. Whereas England choosing to, and Tracy, rotate the full squad. We saw Pittman in at centre at one time.
Advantage obstruction.
South Africa coming into this after a win from Uganda.
Centre third.
There are moments then that can
Thanks
be telling.
for defence.
Just trying to force the issue. Now it's about the defensive work from England, and Chelsea Pittman, after the footwork error, no error in the feet, then landed.
Contact centre.
Well
At
held
the
from
edge.
Guthrie on the edge of the circle. There was no
To
way
the edge,
Musomi
England
could have got
centre.
that ball.
That's a familiar tussle.
Look at
Guthrie
this
now
here.
in the Super League.
Pittman on that intercept.
South Africa.
This time round, England sink it.
Advantage break goal attack.
Musomi going backwards, and Grizel, who really looked sharp when she came on court against Uganda. Different prospect in that wing attack position.
Wing defence, contact.
Yes, and they do play different. Bongi Musomi is more that quick, sharp. She'll go, run, short. Grisel more of a longer lead. But what a shot from Holzhausen, sinking her first shot of the day.
Advantage break wing defence. Advantage obstruction.
That was close to the 3 seconds. Musomi's down, and she's just clutching her leg.
Goalkeeper causing contact.
Just off shot, Bongi Musomi.
With the
Back up.
goalkeeper, that's it.
Just getting, I think, a little knock there to the shin. Accidental.
South Africa always pray before their games that both teams will go through a fair fight, picking up no injuries. And pride in the sport and what they're doing on court.
Contact, goal defence. That's it, that's it. England. What for? Hold time, South Africa centre.
And that knock to Bongi Musomi having a serious effect that she has to leave the court, and Berger comes on.
She takes so many knocks, Bongi Musomi, so just with that twist of the ankle that we just saw moments ago, heads off court.
Yeah, and she'll be missed in terms of the work rate that she has, the feed she puts into the circle. South Africa rely on her.
Contact goalkeeper.
Mawene.
With your elbow.
I mean, sometimes we see not so obvious contact, but she was signposting that one for the umpire.
Yeah, that was pretty full on there on Housby.
Just being delayed in their centre pass, South Africa. Perhaps the end result was slightly better from there.
England.
Great shot there from Holzhausen. 3 from 3.
Line is break, goal
Clear
attack.
through the net.
Harton comes out for it. Lovely little pass off
Advantage
to
obstruction
Pittman.
in defence.
Guthrie on the edge of the
Contact
circle.
goalkeeper.
When he's getting a lot of contact calls, she's getting too tight on the body. And the shooters are using their body really
Goalkeeper,
well
you need to stay out
to
of
draw
play till
those
it's
contact
released.
calls.
Retake, please.
The 10 up for England. 3 goals the difference halfway through this first quarter. We'll hear a lot from the umpires just to try and clean it up in the first 15 minutes. But Mawene in particular has to be careful. Obviously got the eye of the umpire in that defensive end for South Africa.
Yeah, 5 penalties already to her name.
Line drop,
So
start,
definitely
bring it
wanting to clean that up.
Hup, hup, England, says Grizel, just appreciating the work done by her attackers then. But beautiful feed in.
Definitely, I think that was Asuro Brown saying up, just
Contact
to
wing attack.
get in
I think
the
we're all
head
saying
of,
up.
of Housen.
Advantage obstruction
Holzhausen.
centre.
Nice positioning, and it's great to see this partnership, H2, if they've now been coined, working that circle so well together, getting clean ball.
Jay Clark went for one, England's most capped player. Sarah Brown trying to drive South Africa out of the circle.
England.
But both of those South African threats in that circle getting joy at the moment.
Contact
Indeed, yeah.
centre elbow.
You can't leave one because they are both firing.
Vantage obstruction. Vantage obstruction, goal defence.
Gives herself space to reset.
Contact on the ball.
Yep, good from Harton. Just not feeling that first one, but using Guthrie on the edge of the circle just to get a different angle and a little bit closer to that post.
Pamela Cookie, who's played in that attacking circle for England. It is just at the moment, looking at Housby and Harton, very calm. But I tell you what, I thought that was going in from our angle, looked like that was dropping.
Indeed, yeah, the layup just not working for Bogita there. And then her rebound going off the baseline.
Another big moment for England, but this will to and fro over the next 60
Vantage
minutes.
contact wing defence.
Guthrie was offering,
Vantage
just
contact
draws
goal
Berger
attack.
around.
Nice backup play
Vantage
from Masuro
obstruction
Brown there,
centre.
just to be that release for them. Sway! Lovely long-range shot there from Harton.
She's almost biting the inside of her lip, trying not to smile at that. Loves a long-range shot.
She does indeed.
Now they come again. Going for the 2-goal run from England. Not the easiest of passes from Pittman to Guthrie.
Great work there. Housby, she gives us a smile. But that rotation in the circle, I'm really appreciating. They're working Pumsa Mweni, so she's out of the game, and both of them are then going on Pretorius. One of them's surely going to get the ball, which they have done every
Free
time.
pass.
Another error forced. Again, the defensive work from England paying off. A reminder, both these teams already in the semi-finals. It's about who tops the group. The winner of the group will play New Zealand in the semi-final on Saturday. The loser takes on Australia.
Contact push. With the goal defence. Obstruction goalkeeper advantage.
Nice
goal.
step in there from Housby. Cool and calm. She's up in her stats now. 8 from 9.
Contact, goal defence. Goal defence. Contact, back a step. Yes.
Just becoming a little bit error-strewn from South Africa. So much netball in both these teams' legs and just trying to figure each other out as well.
Wing defence.
That's not going to help.
No. Bodies will be sore. They will be tired.
Yeah,
As
we
see
have
here.
got it.
It's just the desperation to try and get ball on hand, but the timing was all wrong.
Wasn't
Guthrie's
for you.
up and able to wipe the court too.
The floor, yeah. Helping the ball girls out there.
The umpire just joking it wasn't meant for you to do it. Is there anything she can't do? Serena Guthrie.
She does everything, does Bobby.
Contact centre.
So just under 3 minutes
Yes,
of
centre
this
where you are now.
frenetic first quarter to go. Oh, and dangerous, perhaps with the feed, but great length of arm from Joe Harton to make that one stick. Not easy when you're up against arguably the world's best goal defence.
Indeed, and they're just taking this game to South Africa. That take was so strong. And now this defensive work of England forcing South Africa up the court.
Contact centre. Up the circle edge, centre. Circle edge. Circle edge. Contact, goal defence.
It's a big goal,
With the goal
I
defence.
think, for South Africa.
That's obstruction, both players.
Reminder, they went up against Jamaica and beat them. They followed that up with a win over Scotland and then Uganda. 100% heading into this one with England. Clark into Harton, who'd come out for it. Housby, how'd you like that?
Fabulous work there and great from those two. Harton just to delay that pass to let Housby run behind Mweni. Down that baseline and pop free.
Holzhausen coming out to try and lift her side. Brazil with it. To Berger. That enforced change after Nsomi picked up that little ankle problem.
Contact goalkeeper.
It's tight in that circle.
They knew they'd
Goal
face a
attack.
contest. It's a contest they face on the domestic scene in Australia. So many of these players going up against each other. Oh, so unfortunate.
Wow!
England throwing.
Both teams just putting themselves on the
That's
line
it.
to try and keep possession of that ball. First Pumsamuweni, then Harton, then Pretorius, but she just can't keep it and get it to her partner.
Contact goal defence.
And you saw the face
With the
of
goal defence.
Pretorius.
That's it.
I know it's just one goal. I know it's just one moment, but they all start to stack up.
They do indeed, and they all count. 18-11 now.
Last 30 seconds. England will look to keep South Africa up court. Jade Clark
obstruction centre.
proving a nuisance. Guthrie again thought she'd have a
Back
sniff,
centre obstruction.
but still they get the ball through. Holzhausen, though, not set. Goes back out to Berger on the edge of the circle. This time, she likes the angle. Oh, and around! Gift wrapped to Jiva Mansour. Now they see the clock counting down on the first quarter. Last 10 seconds. Patient from England. They know they've got to make that clock count, but they don't want to give the ball back to South Africa. She'll turn and shoot. And Joe Harton sinks the goal to end the quarter, but she might well have just given this crowd the hope they needed. England then, with that moment at the end, extend their lead out to 7 goals. 18 plays 11. They've been all over South Africa.
21-11, they lead South Africa here.
England.
Eight goals the difference. That's absolutely nothing in this level of netball. Pamela Cookie, you've stood and faced those tests on court, and it will only take a couple of runs, a couple of moments. There's number one.
Exactly, and when you're in this situation, yes, you are leading, but you know you're facing a really top side in terms of South Africa, and so every little bit counts, and every opportunity you have, you look to make it in. Big cash there.
We'll see lots more of body on body. 2 players in the wipeout. Match 48 then of the World Cup. Already feels like we've gone through 30 or 40 minutes. We're just the early stages of the second
Advantage
quarter.
obstruction goal attack.
Greece will now just needing to come into this game at wing attack.
Held ball.
3 seconds, saw that one coming, just in terms they were struggling to penetrate down. Wasn't getting free at the right time.
Greasel had Jade Clark in front of her, didn't she? Just putting off maybe that option.
Goalkeeper, that's obstruction. Outside the circle, obstruction. Distance. With the
Chelsea
goalkeeper.
Pittman with a feed in. She actually made her debut against South Africa back in 2017.
South Africa.
Oh, there was a knock through the back from Mawene then. Just trying all they can to try and get in the heads
Advantage
of these
contact wing defence.
attackers.
Yeah,
Oh,
great
what a feed.
take, Potgieter.
England.
Berger saw that space really well.
But she knows she can play that in because she knows about that upper body strength, the ability of Potgieter. Oh, Mawene had a sniff.
Contact centre outside. Outside, outside.
Pumza Mawene
That's contact goal defence.
played in the Super League
yes, it
in
is
the
arm.
UK.
Where you are, goal attack.
Another of those real talents in this
There's
South Africa
obstruction.
team.
Yeah, playing for 7 Stars, and then this year getting signed for Sunshine Coast Lightning, but a fabulous take there from Guthrie. She nearly, Mawene, got a tip on that.
England 2-1 up in this quarter.
Advantage contact centre.
Twice now, Marika Holzhausen's last 2 shots just rolling round the ring. As a
Whoa, just another moment where this one can swing.
Contact centre. Yes.
Ashley Giles watching on. England, of course, trying to take on some of that glory from England's cricketers. What a couple of weeks it could be. 2 World Cups could be delivered. Pittman and Housby combining. So much netball between now and that gold medal, though. Quick, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shall we add another in?
Yeah, she's just playing with the defenders now, just getting closer and closer to that post.
That'll wind the defenders up too, won't
yeah,
it?
Definitely. Because that's 4 opportunities there where they could have got an interception.
Ebony Osoro-Brown called for that one.
Contact goal defence, you're linking your arm through.
Got to be careful
linking.
not to get blown out of this game. Because that's where she can be vital. This time, though, can't stick it.
Arm across.
Good from Berger there, just to go over the miss and find Potgieter in that space.
3 goals all in this quarter. Oh, there's a bit of vision from Helen Housby. At times it looks like they're just, as you say, playing with South Africa.
Outside, centre, outside.
But South Africa, again, given these penalties around the edge of the circle, makes it easier for England to set up in that circle. And another goal scored.
Now South Africa need leaders on court, need patient build-up, need a bit of level-headedness.
They do indeed. I guess you could also talk about how much that win yesterday, solidifying their place in the semi-final for the first time ever, how much of an effect that emotion had on them yesterday, and had they been able to just quell that coming into this game.
Such pride in South Africa for what they're doing on court.
Largest goal attack obstruction.
Taking the silver medal before have South Africa, but that's when it was a very different setup at the World Champs. Before there were semi-final places.
Free pass.
That was close. Riesel's foot just going over into that end third, where she's not allowed as a wing attack.
In the wing area, where you are, yeah.
Smart again from Serena Guthrie, asking the question of the umpire. Just takes another second.
As everyone just gets their breath, settles down a little bit. Harton continues. 100%, 15 from 15. Oh, Jade Clark, fabulous on that centre pass defence.
This has arguably been one of Jade Clark's best seasons. Domestically in the Super League, her team ultimately were beaten.
Cow, please.
The most cap England rows ever. Still going strong.
She came on in that Commonwealth Games final. And she showed just her strength and quality in a 150th cap. Now performing from the start for England. Harton again.
Straight through.
She's found the spot.
Yes, she's got her eye in. Fabulous hands.
It barely touched skin on the way through. It barely touched net on the way through.
Look at this picture here. Such quick hands, such good core and skill to be able to offload that. That is a really difficult thing to do.
Now South Africa having to work their way around every inch of this court in Liverpool. Berger.
Advantage hold, centre.
Oh, good movement again. Did well, given there was a wobble on the post.
Yeah, and also having Juven Mentor right in front of you, leaning in, not easy.
Mind of centre obstruction.
Spoiled with the world's best defenders at both ends of court.
And offside.
The attackers aren't bad either.
Not bad at all.
Where you are, goal
Bullet
shooter.
pass threading that needle from Guthrie.
It's obstruction.
And good from Jo Harton just to take on that space.
Although there was a deep breath then from Jo Harton, you get the feeling she's enjoying this.
Yeah, she's working hard.
Still, though, they've got to be careful.
England!
Centre pass England, halfway through this second quarter. Jo Harton again, and again, and again.
Really having a great game, just using in that move
That is great
the
wicket.
out to give her space away from the circle and the post, and then to off-foot Mweni.
That is contact and offside, wing defence.
Oh, great splits. So doing so well in that attacking end, not getting as many opportunities up the other end for South Africa. What have they got on the bench that could change
Ball,
it?
centre circle,
Well, this will help.
centre
As
circle.
well. Yes, indeed, help. Give them an opportunity. Held ball off that centre pass.
Contact, wing defence.
England 10-6 up
That is
in this quarter.
Construction centre.
Oh,
Centre. Construction. Both. Both. Yes. Yep.
so Guthrie and Clark out of it. Good defensive work again. They opted in that circle to put the pressure on. And it put the pressure on Holzhausen, and she put the shot up.
Yeah, that's 4 shots now she's missed in a row.
And Holzhausen was at 91% in the last match, 93% Pohita too.
Contact with defence.
Just showing the quality.
That's contact on defence, we're pausing.
Some frustration in that defensive end
The pole. That's it.
for South Africa.
South Africa.
Big centre pass this for South Africa. A glance up at the huge Jumbotron. We'll see 17-30
Contact,
down.
keeper.
Need to get it in better. Just that speed through transition.
England.
And that helps. Now the centre pass for England with Pittman with ball in hand.
Contact centre.
Having to work a bit more around that circle now, England.
Yeah, pressure's lifted from the South African defence.
Oh!
Vandermerwe!
Is that a moment to drag her side back into this?
Literally putting bodies on the line. She knows how much this means to the team.
And firing that ball back in as well. Sarah Brown did the best to cover, but there's Jay Clark. How many times have we said that this tournament?
Great hands, great footwork. As we see here, Vandermerwe, that dive, Superman-like.
Oh, they need a hero at the moment, do South Africa. Much more patient from England. Not letting the emotion get to them. Vandermerwe again, though. One-woman mission.
Indeed she is, right on the edge there. But going offside.
Yes, goal attack.
Just 26 years old, Vandermerwe. Made her debut as recently as 2018, and that was against New Zealand. How she'd love her side
Get off the body, centre.
to win this one and face New Zealand in those semi-finals.
Help ball.
Pressure there
Outside the
from
circle.
South Africa.
Might look like a big old lead for England.
Goal shooter
They
obstruction.
can quite easily cut down those 12 goals. England subs warming up. We have seen, though, Tracy Neville play her 7 all the way through.
England going. England cut the wing attack. Yes.
South Africa just thinking that that call should have gone their way.
Body
The
centre
real heavy
obstruction.
side from them.
Advantage wing obstruction offside.
Pittman just missing Houseby there,
Contact
pop
centre,
through.
South Africa.
Berger getting pinged a lot for contact. She really needs to step off that. It's the work that Serena Guthrie is doing on her, making it really difficult. But they can't afford to allow England to have those free passes right on the edge of the circle when you've got Harton and Houseby working together as they are.
And again.
Getting the calls with them. They've got the crowd with them.
Instruction wing
Africa
defence.
just need to clean it up.
Forward. Wing defence.
Last couple of minutes of this half.
Contact.
And all that confidence that's been on their shots throughout this tournament in Liverpool,
Upper body,
just
yeah.
found wanting at the moment.
Yeah, and Holtzhausen having missed the last
Both
four,
players, both.
knowing that they really need to just keep the scoreboard ticking over.
England.
Not surprised offloaded it to Prokita, but she needs to get her confidence back because it needs two of them to be on song, because Asura Brown and Mentor will not
Contact.
allow it to be easy for Prokita to get the ball.
Where you are now. Where the goal defences.
Difficult with Pretorius out of the question then.
Centre, that's persistent contact, that's a caution. Outside, outside.
And there's that frustration showing. Could just feel it coming from the umpire.
Yeah, indeed.
Berger with a caution.
Played the ball on the ground, free pass.
It's now going to be known doing the Van der Merwe.
Old time towel. Just pass over the goal defence, yeah. Just here. Yeah,
She knew, she knew.
yeah, pass over.
It's how they approach this one now, South Africa. Just
whistle,
over a minute
Shiva.
left. No doubt Norma Plummer, when she gets them in for that chat at half-time, will have something up her sleeve.
Offside, centre.
So how can they contain England before that moment? Guthrie having to go all the way back.
Contact on
So
the ball,
Brown,
goal attack.
an option though, always an option.
That's good back up there from Asura Brown.
Harton will go for this one. Oh, and just rolls over. The collective awe from the crowd.
Yeah, first miss of the night from Harton.
Well, she sunk the long one just before the end of quarter time. End of the first 15. That one going over as we approach the end of the second quarter. Jiva Mentor sensing that. And the call against Guthrie. Mentor was clean.
Better play there from South Africa.
Contact. Advantage goal.
So a big goal for England
Centre.
in the first quarter at the end. That could prove a decisive goal for South Africa. One off. Trying to make it two off.
Centre.
Oh, Guthrie's taken a heavy hit.
Hold time. Clear the towel.
Just the wind taken out of her. She's trying to shake it out of her head. And we see this time and time again from Serena Guthrie. There's no way she'll stop trying to throw her body onto the line.
No, that was painful, but she was straight back up and she's shaking it off.
Takes a few more seconds off. Yeah, surprise contact call.
Obstruction, goal attack, taken. Advantage obstruction centre.
Now they're trying to defend for their lives. South Africa sensing though. Oh, better pick up. Just over the top. Ends in Asura Brown's hands. Well, if there was some confidence gained by that shot from Harton in the first 15, how confident will England be, having gobbled that one up at the end of that second? It's had a little bit of everything, body on body, bodies on the line. Clinical, though, from England in that attacking end, and that's been the difference. 31-20. 31-20, the lead for England at the break, but for Tracy Neville's side, still plenty to think about. This South Africa side will think they can draw themselves back. One half, 30 minutes, 2 quarters. A winner or a draw puts New Zealand and England a Saturday tea time in the UK. An early start for the losers, and the world number ones, Australia, await. Plenty of netball between now and then. Pamela Cookie alongside me. We've seen a change for South Africa at that wing attack position.
Yeah, Char Wayne has come on in wing attack. She is coming in, I believe, to inject some pace into South African attack. Got a bit static. Lisa wasn't providing those options, not getting ball on hand. And so Char Wayne, South Africa will do that for them.
Just 23 years old. This, her 14th cap for South Africa. Edge of the circle, just with the neat feed in. Play it neat, play it simple, and it's effective for South Africa.
Indeed, and good to see how South Africa get that one on the board after the halftime break. It's in 4 in a row, so that will calm her a bit.
Oh, look at the lean on Joe Harton to make sure that ball stays on court and in Rose's hands. Pittman and Hartman's back up, but the timing, just thought she had that one.
Yeah, and just the offside called. Van der Merwe.
Yes.
Look at this from Pumzimwamweni, or from Joe Harton, sorry, just keeping that ball in play.
Well, it might not have been as calm a transition as they would like, but still works for England.
Goal's a goal.
Break goal attack.
It's 1 goal
Teacher obstruction.
onto the tally in this quarter for England. 2-1 up in the early stages.
Good from Berger, just to give that a little bounce pass, so not forcing it into the circle and allowing Potgieter to move onto the ball.
England.
We have seen South Africa ride out some of these problem areas in the World Cup, namely against Jamaica, having on those first couple of quarters, Jamaica came back at them, but South Africa held on.
Contact goalkeeper.
And that seemed to be a real mark for them, confidence-wise, ability-wise, to show what they can do.
Indeed, yeah, because the last time the sides met, they went into that last quarter against Jamaica up, and then Jamaica had a formidable last quarter to win that game and overturn it. So good from them to learn from that. But tonight, it's England and it's Houseby doing what she does best on that shot.
The Manchester United fan doing it on Liverpool turf. Good swing across the area, but you just leave a little door open for Serena Guthrie.
She will attack that, just going offside there.
Contact got centre. Outside. England. Offside centre. Yeah,
not the pass that Wayne would have wanted to give. Should have been a little bounce pass, but it was a underarm P-roller.
Just feel, through all that excitement of the first 2 quarters, a little bit of tension creeping into the crowd in Liverpool.
Nice quick play here from South Africa. Lovely sweep round from Holzhausen. Good, she can finish that one off.
Silence the crowd, add the goals, and then put pressure on that England attack. Pittman taken right to the edge of the 3 seconds.
Advantage offside.
Do that well, though, England. They will ride that danger line of 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Contact goalkeeper.
It's good just knowing that someone will pop free for them.
They ride the 3 seconds, they ride the edge of the rim. Heart in mouth. Much better movement from South Africa.
Such quick feet there from Potgieter.
Contact with defence.
She's got her eye back again.
England.
We said we'd see a different side from South Africa, at least mentally, as they came back out on court. Normal Plummer, their coach, is all about instilling the confidence in this side.
Contact wing defence. Circle edge wing attack.
Plummer, who's had that gold around her neck with Australia. Quality on the sidelines for South Africa. She just wanted her 7 on court and those off it to believe they could push the best in the world.
Yeah, definitely, and they've shown that they can. And then coming into this competition and beating Jamaica the way they did, they do have the belief in each other, in themselves, and in her.
But for the moment, England doing their role.
Minus centre wing obstruction. Centre contact.
Seen a change in that defensive work from England, or is it just that South Africa have had to think through it?
Yeah, I think they have. In that halftime break, Norma would have had a big word with them, telling them where they need to change it up, how to attack this game, and I think by bringing Jean Wayne on, that's helped that.
Wing attack, obstruction.
5 goals all in this quarter. Good land and take from Chelsea Pittman, but not the pass.
And Mweni right there to take it.
Oh, on the edge.
Good centre, and the centre third with the goal defence.
That's what England consistently have done. Guthrie said to Pittman, then what are you doing? What was that about?
Oh,
Everyone up late to enjoy the roses.
so cute.
That's one way to block out the noise. Maybe not to ease the tension though. And that tension being ramped up by South Africa.
Yeah, nice drive there from Charwayne, and Holson finishes it off.
And their centre pass. Chance for a couple of goal runs. 1 goal up on this quarter. Can they make it 2? Little bounce in to Berger. Oh, good defensive work again from England.
Definitely, everyone is fully marked, having to go back to the line. So tight.
Pushing them out the circle. South Africa doing well to work it around.
With the goal attack.
She'll have a go from here.
Okay, goal defence.
She'll get another go.
No, goal defence, where the goal defence is, yes. Goal defence, stand beside and out of play. You're not beside, goal defence, yes. Goal count. Goal
Step
defence.
to the left, step
Goal
to the
defence,
right, step to the back. Still South Africa sink it. So those quarter-by-quarter scores, and just really shows the intent from South Africa after that half-time break.
Indeed, yeah, they've come out 2 up, 7-5.
Thank you.
Great start to this second half for them.
Great contest as well.
Offside and obstruction. Vantage contact wing defence. Short pass.
And now the call.
Inside the circle.
South Africa's bench up on their toes. Boos ring round the arena in Liverpool.
Vantage obstruction. Dragged. Footwork.
Oh, and then the footwork.
Goal third.
And that was due to the pressure that England put in that centre third.
That's it.
South Africa not having any options coming towards, and that ball just too far in front of Mweni to be able to hold her footwork.
Oh, the bench saying perhaps Pittman was on the 3-second mark and had stepped over it there. It's just because they remain so calm, England. And now they're cool again. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Can South Africa ride it out? What can they do to unsettle this England side?
South Africa centre. Construction. Hold time.
Guthrie's down again.
Yeah, we can. South Africa centre. Come around here. Come here.
Berger is really treading a fine line.
You've already been cautioned for persistent contact. You need to get off the body. Okay, it's a warning now. Outside.
And now the warning. This is what England are so effective at. They're effective at just frustrating, at just drawing those errors, those contacts, those penalties out of the opposition.
It's outside the circle.
What a big loss that would be. She's got to contain herself now.
Let it go.
Berger. 2 minutes on the sidelines would follow. And
Contact goal defence.
they've already been hamstrung by their captain, Bongi Msomi, having to go off for an injury in that first 30.
Yes.
Now they need to figure it out on court.
Vantage moving on.
Oh, and figure it out they do. That's one way to ease the frustration.
Construction centre.
Natalie Haythorne-Thwaite is warming up on the sidelines. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 players down. They're all picking each other up.
Yeah. Hold time, towel.
The towel will come on.
Centre England contact.
Someone needs to be a leader on that court
Just
for
here.
South Africa. Just maybe calm some of these things down, but you can see just how much as well both sides are trying to fight for this ball.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody is putting their bodies on the line for each and every ball. Contact was called.
Hold time. Injury, wing attack England. Where you had it.
Time was called, and Nat Haythorne-Thwaite comes on in that wing attack position. Chelsea Pittman goes for a sit down. Haythorne-Thwaite, who's won the Super League in the UK, picked up that heavy injury over in Australia and came into this tournament with that injury, has been managed back into it.
Yeah, and hamstring injury she had,
Just here.
but she's worked her way back. She played a full game yesterday.
Contact centre, take it.
I thought did a really good job, so
That's obstruction, goal defence. One step up, goal defence. One step up, yes.
Being clear in their instructions, the umpires. And now the gap reduced again. South Africa, 8-6 up on the quarter. 28 plays 37 on the score.
Advantage offside. Offside first.
Welcome to the game, that Haythornthwaite.
Yeah, Berger again around that edge of the circle, but going offside.
Stand beside, not like that.
And we're just hearing
Yes, it's inside. It's offside.
the umpire down the other side talking to Asura Brown as we see Berger try and get that intercept. On a penalty, you have to stand by your opponent's side. You can't
Just
step in
there?
front,
Yes.
you can't have 1 foot in front, because that's deemed to be impacting on play.
And he's looking for it now, and that's a really simple thing to tidy up.
Yeah, definitely.
Contact goal defence. Step forward goal defence where she is.
So the umpires with the eye
To obstruction at short.
on both ends. Harton, though, just with the eye on goal. Gap back out to 10.
Shooting stats still so high. Harton 96%, Housby 94%.
And that's been the difference between these two at the moment.
Definitely.
Contact centre.
Good from Holzhausen. Trying to lift her stats. Currently, just before that shot was 65%, 11 from 17, now 12 from 18.
19 minutes of this one remaining. 4 in this third quarter, then a huge fourth quarter coming up.
Wing defence, it's the back arm. Contact goal defence. To obstruction, both players, both.
It's kind of the niggles that are going in, the upping of the paces. Is it working for South Africa at the moment? Are they disrupting England's rhythm?
No, not at all. And as we were saying, there's a lot of penalty counts and contact calls, but from the scoreline, it's definitely not disrupting England's rhythm.
And when they play their smooth netball, in that transition, so effective.
Contact goalkeeper, goal count.
Penalty count, 53 for South Africa, 38 for England. Such a big difference.
Contact centre.
It's become attritional, hasn't it? It's become just those little margins, as we thought it would be. But Housby demanded that ball.
Well done. Great positioning. Joe Harton assisted in that by exiting the circle and drawing those two players, leaving Housby under the post alone.
Good splits, good take again. Still a threat. Held ball, though. I mean, you'd hold that ball if you had Jiva Mentor in front of you. Windscreen wiper ahoy. She was just creating enough of a distraction to put that doubt in the mind.
Great 3-foot mark from Mentor just there.
10 goals. Will it become 11? Of course it will.
Of course, Joe Harton on song again.
And the centre pass for England. Every time they feel the squeeze from South Africa, they just up it again.
Contact goalkeeper inside the circle.
Berger
With the
put her
keeper.
hand on the back of Moeni then. Just trying every little moment to encourage each other, South Africa. Oh, there's some risky business from
Advantage
England.
offside.
Lovely play. Great work from Haythornthwaite to see that back play. Good from Helen Housby.
Swish of the net, swish of the hair, look up at the big screen. Will tell Helen Housby that England are 12 goals clear. But a much tougher quarter, just the 1 goal the difference in this one. South Africa playing it around again.
Large obstruction goal attack.
Great work there for England on defence. All 4 of them doing a job. Clark leading that. Asura Brown, Jiva Mentor and Serena Guthrie running it to cause.
Heavy hit for Harton. She's back up.
Advantage offside goal attack.
Sarah Brown right on the limit again. Every time they hit a brick wall, a dead end, England back on the sat-nav.
Holding, goal defence, your arms hooked. Academy. Okay,
What does Norma Plummer do?
hold time.
And that's from the heavy hit from Harton.
That one was
It's
your arm.
difficult for Norma in terms
Yeah.
of who does she bring on the court. I
Yeah,
can't think
yeah,
of
it's just hooking into the
any
back.
one of her bench, especially in that
With the
defensive
goal
end, who would
defence,
do
goal attack.
a better
Because
job. But
that's
you've
it.
got Van Bella on the bench who could come in at goalkeeper.
I know she's hard as nails, Norma Plummer, but it looked like she was chewing. I hope it wasn't chewing gum, because she also swallowed it then. Nope, she's still chewing on the
And
sidelines.
right wing attack.
Just trying to work it out as the clock counts down again. The crowd in Liverpool with the clock, with England. The time held, the umpire just ignoring the hooter for the moment, resetting the team. Harton with the long bomb. Oh, they wanted that one to drop. Won't matter for that quarter's score. England again win another quarter. They are yet to lose a quarter at this World Cup. More importantly, they are edging towards the top of the group and a semi-final against New Zealand. As they head into the final 15, England 43, South Africa 30.
This is about mentality, okay? Let's go. Yeah,
A moment taking forward for Tracy Neville about mentality, Pamela Cookie about taking on this last 15 minutes and making it theirs. How will this 15 minutes shape the World Cup of these two sides, both through to the semi-finals? This about who wins the group and who goes through to play New Zealand as the winners.
Yep.
Changes made by South Africa, Pamela Cookie.
Yeah, Siggy Berger's come on at goal shooter to replace Potgieter. She only scored 1 from 1 in that last third, so hence probably that change up. We also see Van Bella coming in at goalkeeper
Consider obstruction.
to replace Mweni. So
A roll of the dice from Norma Plummer.
still no injection of
Obstruction goalkeeper.
Misomi. I'm thinking there was a serious injury and she's resting her ready for the semi-finals.
Both these sides will get a rest day on Friday.
Good hands there from Holtzhausen.
England.
Siggy Berger was a late call-up to this squad. She felt that she should have been in it by right. She's got something to prove on court. Now what can she do for South Africa?
Yeah, definitely. She had a great season at Surrey Storm this year in the Vitality Netball Super League. One of the highest percentage shooters. A turnover there from South Africa. See if they can give her another chance to put that shooting prowess.
I was about to say South Africa undone, but Ebony Osoro-Brown had another say. Held ball.
Just getting tangled there with Guthrie Osoro-Brown.
Oh, so unfortunate. But fortune perhaps favouring South Africa. Again, not confident on the shot. Opts to go back.
Lovely feed there from Berger. Mentor's eyes were down.
South Africa.
And now the centre pass. One goal can quickly become 2. And with the gap down to 9, South Africa will believe they can heave themselves back into this one and overtake England.
Throw in.
But not like that.
Not with that air shot, no.
Osoro-Brown held that ball too long last time. This time gives it away.
With defense. Yes.
Oh, and again, just get the feeling they're sensing that inside Liverpool.
Oh, Joe Harton. What a fake pass to Housby onto the post. Love that.
Guthrie, the centre pass then for England. Houseby and Guthrie having created the start, getting involved in the move towards the finish.
Contact on the ball. Yeah, no, yes, you hit the ball. South Africa.
Height-wise, they're matching up in that defensive circle now, but still the end result.
Vantage contact centre. Throw in, wing it. Throw in. Wing area.
So difficult when those combinations have changed. You wouldn't have thought this would be the 7 that Norma Plummer would want on court, but injuries forced it. Maybe some forms forced it too.
Yeah, indeed. And as you say, not the 7 that Norma would have wanted to be playing. But you have to go with what happens in it. This is a long competition, 8 games in 10 days. You need to be able to work with a squad to deliver performances. And England are definitely working with their squad to deliver a performance.
4-3 up on quarter score they go.
End obstruction centre.
It's almost a rugby pass then. Bounce in again.
Great use of the edge of the circle. The triangles just to open it up and give the shooter a free space without defenders riding on your back.
I mean, come on. Ridiculous skill at the moment, that attacking end for England. South Africa need to put the pressure on that.
Contact.
So difficult, though, when you've got the might of Jiva Mentor in there.
Definitely, yeah. She is on everything that's coming into this circle. Lovely there from Holzhausen.
We've been so used to Holzhausen sharing that load in that circle. She just really had to take it on her own. England have done so well splitting up the attacking threat of South Africa.
Advantage offside centre.
Oh, and it rolls round.
Obstruction goal shooter.
And there's the height working for South Africa. Instantly Clark sensing the threat. Breathes down the next of Choane.
That is contact.
Oh, that was not easy to do.
No. Berger getting every other pass as it came down the centre of the court. Great skill level.
South Africa.
She'll be key. Still enough time on the clock. Theoretically, they'll need this centre pass, though, if they're really to put England in any danger. Sensing it, England force them back.
Yeah, good work to pick up from Berger, but that was an off pass.
Contact, goal defence.
Charwane, good strength there on Beckford Chambers just to pull that in. And a lovely feed over the top to Berger.
England.
Another one off for South Africa. A reminder, South Africa have been promised £1 million each if they were to take the gold medal. Around about £50,000.
And that's great for women's sport to hear that the sponsorship is coming in and able to provide it for these athletes. But at the moment, England proving too tough for them.
Contact keeper. Step forward keeper. Yes, thank you.
Sora Brown
Advantage goal, England.
just in front again.
What for?
And these players, such great role models.
England centre injury.
So, is this the time to wrap Serena Guthrie up in cotton wool? Nat Panagari, such a favourite up here in this part of the world, heads onto court. Panagari with the dance, with the ball in hand. Now the quick hands. Haythornthwaite lands it. Who wants it? Back to Clark. The 1-2. Slaps the ball. Harton comes out for it.
Contact causing outside centre. Outside.
Yeah, Guthrie's put on a phenomenal performance tonight. Really led her team right from the start. Has got them into this position. Well-deserved rest. As we can see, just chilling out on the bench.
Not a care in the world for the England captain. Well, they felt the pressure, though, from South Africa in this one, but just the force changes for Norma Plummer's side meant they've had to wrestle their way through it.
But they show such brilliance at times like that.
It's interference with the post. Penalty pass, goalkeeper's out of play.
The stray leg of Jiva Mentor, the post on the wobble, and through.
England.
contact, goalkeeper. Where you are, shooter.
Oh, Helen Housby. Time to pass, to applaud, and to sit back and watch.
Advantage obstruction, wing attack. Advantage obstruction, goal defence.
Lovely. Swish shot there. Holshausen trying to keep South Africa in this game.
Advantage obstruction, centre.
But it's just so easy for England to carve up the defensive pressure down the other end. And Harton notches up another one again.
Tracy Neville said this was about the mentality of her Roses on court. South Africa have been under the pressure from the start of this one and felt the body, the hands of England in that defensive end too, just making their way through.
Contact with defence.
Van der Merwe.
Where the England wing defence.
We know she can pull off those passes.
Yeah. And we know she can come out with clean intercepts, but it's the play of Haythornthwaite.
South Africa.
Goalkeeper obstruction.
AIM just trying to, if they can, mess with the heads of England.
Full-time injury, goal defence, England.
And now another England future prospect, now about the current. Fran Williams of Wasp joins the fray.
Contact wing defence.
Again, great from Fran Williams from Wasp, as I say,
not
such
out
a
of
smart
play.
defender. She hassles well.
Holding. Contact, England centre, you're holding her.
No fear in Williams.
Fear, no fear at all. No matter who she's playing, she just comes out and she knows the job she's got to do.
That said, Ziggy Berger's been impressive since she's come on.
Whole time goal shooter, England.
And now Rachel Dunn. And Jo Harden goes off to the applause inside the arena. She gives it back. What a game from England's attacking prowess.
Really, really strong.
Panagari. South Africa again, just forcing it, seeing some daylight. 5 minutes. Surely too much for them to come back.
Possession,
And that's Fran Williams, bread and butter.
Contact, wing
Great work to get her feet round.
Well, no sense of England trying to waste time.
Sorry. But I blew it, so I have to. With her.
Myself, if I'll just apologising there to say,
Obstruction.
could have played advantage, but she blew the contact, so it has to come back.
You never know where it's going to end up, do you?
No.
So difficult to judge the
Contact,
second, the
centre,
third
England.
pass. Panagari called for
Ran right
contact,
into it. Yeah.
asking why. Berger and Pretorius combining. Ziggy Berger comes out for it.
And this is where South Africa has struggled, penetrating into this end. But a lovely pass from Charwayne. A nice rotation from Holshausen.
Construction. Advantage goal.
Chowen settled well since she came on at that wing attack too.
Yeah, she's really added that dynamic injection into that end
That
third.
is great goal attack.
She's taken some phenomenal ball. But been marked all the way by Jade Clark.
Contact centre outside the circle.
And 11 goals could close into 10. South
beside
Africa
it.
already 12-10 up
That's it.
on this quarter. Are England heading for their first quarter defeat at the World Cup? Now 13-10 down on the quarter.
What a pass! And Rachel Dunn applauds Jade Clark.
Great wing defence. Advantage obstruction.
Wasps to wasps. Now defensively, I wonder if they are reflecting on that quarter time
That is
score,
contact wing
where they know
attack.
they're 2 behind. They won't want to give up that
That is
proud
contact
record
wing
of
attack.
this World Cup. They want to win this one, they want to see it out, but they'll want to keep South Africa out.
Construction goal defence.
That's one more to the tally for South Africa.
Check out that pass, bullet ball. Well done, Jade Clark.
So good it was off screen.
That's how far away she was.
Brilliant. Good land and take. And Haythornthwaite is used to feeding Rachel Dunn and Williams. The three of Wasps combining.
Contact goalkeeper. Yes, goal shooter.
So England close the gap down to a couple of goals in this quarter.
That is contact we attack.
South Africa still ahead. Small victory, perhaps, on the quarter score. You know Tracy Neville well, Pamela Cookie, that will bother her.
Yeah, she is a perfectionist in terms of, we heard her as the girls just came on for that last quarter to say, finish this game, keep that going. It's about that mental toughness, so she would have wanted a win in this quarter, but it's not over yet.
Where you are,
Van der Merwe's been one of the standout players for South Africa. Speed and agility, trying to keep her side in it. The long arms of Rachel Dunn, making sure it's second time lucky.
Yeah.
Last minute then. 2 goals in the quarter, the difference. I think England will have to let that quarter record go. But they'll win on court and tee up that semi-final against New Zealand. Ziggy Berger adds another to the score for South Africa. Fran Williams again, making sure that one's not given up. No. Panagari, maybe not waiting for that on the edge of the circle, but the feed into Housby again, so special in this game.
Yeah, really great from Housby, running that baseline and shooting 24 from 26 attempts.
Better finish from South Africa. Their play in the run-up to this one deserves it. Yes. Ziggy Berger too, wanted to stand on court and show a performance. Last few seconds, she looks up. It's going to be a 10 goal. Will it be an 11 goal difference? Williams with a long bomb into Rachel Dunn. The contact was called, the time will be held. The arena thinks we're done. Rachel Dunn has another moment. She'll have an opportunity. And that one stands. The crowd expected, Liverpool expected. The semi-finals were already won, but it's winning with style for England's Roses. The prize for England then, a semi-final against New Zealand. The rerun of the Commonwealth Games final still a possibility, but now it's all about the Kiwis. It's an odd moment for England. Exhausted perhaps, Pamela Cookie, the effort that they put into that. And for South Africa, part of that huddle at the end, they gave England a match.
They did indeed, and they would have been disappointed to lose Mweni so early, but they still brought it. But it was the consistency of this England side. H2, as they're known, started off so well against Carla Pretorius and Pumsa Mweni. They carved that circle up, but it was also the defensive end. Jade Clark, Ebony Suro-Brown, Jiva Mentor pushing from the back, and that girl there, Serena Guthrie, captain of this squad, came up in the last quarter for a little bit of a rest, but how much work does she do throughout the game? And this team is loving life right now. They're playing well as a squad. They've got so much confidence, and they've got so much skill to prove, and I think it's going to be a fab game against New Zealand.
Into the huddle, both teams go. A moment now to reflect on what they've been through over the last 60 minutes. The thoughts of the teams on court. How did the coaches handle that? So much pressure then relieved for England. They take the applause of the crowd in Liverpool. Let's see what that meant to England coach Tracy Neville.
Thanks very much, Caroline. Tracy, was that the best quarter we've seen at this World Cup from yourselves in that first quarter?
Probably yes. I think one of the things we really wanted to do was work on some of the plays that we've been trying to do all the tournament, and I think we were really clinical, and that really paid us dividend. I said to the girls before the game, you know, this game is just about having a crack at it. Go out and enjoy it. The fans are here for you, and yeah, and it was a good game to play in.
Didn't they just have a crack at it? And we talked before the game, didn't we, about the circle and Harton and Houseby against Mweni and Carla Pretorius. There was only one winner, wasn't there?
You know, I really love the way South Africa play. They've caused us many headaches, and that game was just about who mentally could come out, you know. We're coming off 2 games of tough competition, so it was just who physically had it and who mentally had it. And, you know, the world-class defenders, and I thought our shooters today really made advantage of them. But, you know, this game isn't over, this tournament isn't over, and I'm sure they'll go away and look at that, and we've got to do something to counteract it.
Apart from the injury to Layla Gusketh, has this World Cup to this point gone almost perfectly to plan? And did that plan include New Zealand in a semi-final?
Gail, with this team, nothing's ever perfect. That's why.
Is it close to perfect?
I don't think we'll ever be. I think, you know, we're just here to enjoy it, really commit every day, and we take each game at a time. And we said we want to win every game, and that's what we want to keep on doing. But there's a team ethos and a team ethic that we really want to put out, and I'm just really pleased with the way they handled themselves today.
Well played today. We're going to speak to Joe Harton if Joe can hear me. Second day in a row, Joe. And when there's a second left on a clock, you catch the ball, you pivot, and you nail the goal from the edge of the circle. Do you just have the feeling it's going to be a good day?
I think we did have a feeling. I think the whole team had a feeling it was going to be a good day. We completely respected South Africa. We knew it was going to be a tight game. We wanted to stamp our authority early, and that's what we did. I thought our defence and our mid-court were phenomenal this afternoon, and yeah, bring on the semis now.
And that partnership with Helen Houseby today, we talked it up in terms of that battle with the South African defenders, but my goodness, you well and truly came out on top, you two.
Yeah, that was actually probably one of our best partnership performances in a long time, and one of our best team performances in a few years. Like last time we played South Africa, they beat us on home soil. Before that, it was a really close game. So it's definitely working well in our attack end. So much more to work on, and yeah, I'm just loving playing out there with all the shooters.
Did you have a chance to watch New Zealand against Australia this morning?
I've actually been on a netball ban this whole World Cup. I'm not watching any of the live games. Sorry, Sky Netball, but I'll watch them in analysis tomorrow. I'll try and pick apart their defence because we know they're another class act.
But it is New Zealand next up, and that has to fill you with real excitement, doesn't it? The way you've just performed just then.
All we can say is bring it on. We knew we were going to have to beat every single team, all of the top teams in this tournament if we want to lift the trophy. And Australia, New Zealand, obviously we're playing the Kiwis now. We'll do our homework. We'll have a look at them and see what we can do. But yeah, bring on the semi-final. We cannot wait.
Well played, today. I can't believe you're on a netball ban. I can't believe you've lasted this long without breaking. Thank you very much, Joe. I'm just going to bring in Norma Plummer. She's just wandering over now. Norma, how do you begin to analyse that performance? Were England very, very good today, or were you just not as good as we've come to expect from you?
Oh, England was on the money. I mean, that was pretty obvious. Well, we were very nervous going into something they haven't been in for 25 years. So, you know, it's a dead rubber in a way, but what it's done for us is to make us realise for the next 2 games, if you want to actually compete, you actually have to realise you can go in, you know, the pressure's there, but you've got to be able to handle it.
The game changed. I mean, England were ahead, but the game changed when Boyum went off injured and you had to rejig, and you've talked so much about having a really strong starting 7. How bad is her injury, and will she be fit for the semi-final? Because she's so crucial for you, isn't she?
Well, she is, but it wasn't worth running her when we've got a rest day tomorrow and we can get her for the weekend. So, you know, it would have been stupid to do that and make it maybe worse. So, no, we needed to give her the break.
So you think she'll be okay for the semi?
Yeah, well, she should be, well and truly, I'd hope. But, I mean, in the meantime, it's given the opportunity the other. They have to get out there. Thought Ziggy Berger come on and did a good job, bit nervous, but they all were to start. And I think when you get nervous, you actually don't process, and when you don't process, things go past you. So England have been there many times. So It's good for us, though. It's a real wake-up call that you've got to be able to handle it when the crunch comes. And
You'll certainly have to handle it when you play Australia, won't you, Norma?
We certainly will. But you know, they were lucky to get out of not it being a draw. You know, New Zealand came back, so yeah, it's all there.
Game on. Thank you very much, Norma. We look forward to watching you in the semi-final.